Hey, it's Jason with Full Spectrum Power. Welcome back to another episode of Ask the Battery Guy. I'm going to do my best to answer some very common questions that I get here at the shop from people who are kind of curious about running our product or have questions about how to use it. These concepts apply to lithium batteries generally. So, if you are using some other product that is not ours, that's fine. These same concepts apply. Hopefully they'll be helpful to you. We want you to kind of use our stuff when you're ready. So the first question we get from people is like, how do I choose a battery? Like which one? We offer two 16-volt batteries here. We have the P-Motive Lite, which I've got one of here, and then we have the P-Motive 2K. Generally, like guys look and they say, well, that one, the P-Motive Lite, is a little bit smaller and a little bit less expensive. I would like to use that. And if you call me and like ask my opinion, I'll ask you a bunch of questions about what your setup is, meaning like what is the electrical load that your car is kind of generating? Are you a small block methanol, no cooling system with a mechanical fuel pump? Okay, yeah, you can get away with running this kind of small battery, pretty easily because overall your electrical load is not that big. On the other hand, if you are a kind of 632 top sportsman guy with two Spall fans and a Davies Craig pump and an Aeromotive 1000 and all other kind of pumps and fans and all other crap on your car, you definitely do not want to use this. Can you do it? Yeah, sure. You definitely can, but you should not, because the goal is to have enough battery capacity so that you're not terrified that you're going to get called back to the lanes in 30 minutes after you've done a lap. And for me, I would much rather have more battery capacity than I need than be really right on the ragged edge. Everybody has to make this determination for themselves. And I want to be completely clear about that like you're building a car with a very specific set of goals and parameters in mind. And if your ultimate goal is, I want to be as light as humanly possible, I don't care about anything else, and I'm willing to kind of sacrifice chassis rigidity and all other sort of stuff in order to do it, well, maybe one of the things that you're sacrificing is battery capacity. But for the 3.2 pounds or whatever the difference is, you'll literally be able to do 2 additional laps, if something were to happen. And to me, anybody that's running, like a top sportsman type car or, anything where you're driving to and from the lanes, with all of your pumps and fans running in a total loss situation, just go right for the big one. Don't even waste your time with the smaller one, because ultimately you will spend much more time being concerned about whether you're going to be ready for the next round. And if you get into a situation where you're down to the semis or the quarters and they're running you guys through quick and you've got 20-30 minutes to turn the car around, you are going to be shitting yourself hoping that you have enough battery when you get back to the lanes. So in my mind, that's really the delineation is, are you running a car that has a bunch of brushless pumps and fans? Go with the big one. Don't waste your time with the small one. Do you have a combination that is kind of dry block methanol, you're pushed to and from the lanes? Yeah, you can get away with this one. I still like the bigger battery simply because I don't want to be worried about charging. I would much rather kind of know that I've got a lot more capacity overhead. But again, that's your decision to make. I really just wanted to like explain the differences between the two. And when you call and ask for my help, that's exactly the advice I'm going to give you. Hopefully this was helpful. I'll cover more stuff in other videos.